G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Spin the Wheel rebuild. I believe this is episode 4 if I remember correctly. And by the thumbnail you'll be able to tell which team we land on as I spin the wheel here. Didn't really know what team I wanted to get, but as you'll see here we land on the Charlotte Hornets. So this is basically a LaMelo Ball rebuild. As you know, here's the star player, here's the future. I mean, they've got some good pieces along with Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier. Then they've got some youngsters like Malik Monk and PJ Washington. Not sure how many will end up staying on this team, but you can basically guarantee LaMelo Ball will be on the team throughout this video. Can't really make any guarantees for anyone else's. I do like Miles Bridges, but no guarantees he'll be on the team either. He's been tearing it up in real life though. As you see, this is the rotation heading into the first year. As you know, I don't do any trades or anything during the first year. I try to let it play out and just see how the team goes. And if we go by real life, should be a pretty mediocre team. And as you see here, we end up going 42-40. So it's probably a little bit better than what I expected. Good to see LaMelo Ball winning Rookie of the Year, Frank Vogel Coach of the Year, Giannis MVP. You know, the usual stuff. And they're the All NBA teams. LaMelo obviously making all-rookie first team, and we're actually the 8th seed going up against the Bucks, so it's going to be tough to get any wins. You see, LaMelo Ball led the team in scoring. Three guards did. Gordon Hayward was quite disappointing. He didn't shoot the ball terribly, but he just isn't shooting it enough. I think it's to do with his shot tendency on 2K. It's just not high enough, so maybe I should adjust that in the future. But yeah, we're going up against the Bucks here. I think they got DeAndre Jordan for Brook Lopez or something, which is an interesting trade, but we put up a pretty good fight here. We ended up winning 2 games against the number 1 seed, so can't be too upset. And LaMelo Ball even stepped his game up in the playoffs, averaging nearly 25 points a game on good efficiency. But again, Gordon Hayward just couldn't do anything, so might have to look to move him in the future, although he's on a big deal, so it might be hard to get any value for him. As we sim through the playoffs, it's going to be Lakers v Bucks in the finals, and the Bucks are going to win. So we lost to the champions, and we actually gave them a good fight. I think the Lakers won 2 games off them as well, but we did just as well as anyone else. As we get into the draft lottery here, Rockets have the favoured first pick via Detroit. We haven't made any trades yet, so we don't have any good picks or anything like that. As you do know, in previous rebuilds, I do like to trade for first rounders in the future. And yeah, you see the results there as we get into the staff signing. And I'm thinking about turning chemistry off for the future of these videos. I don't really understand it. Like I've been playing on my own my leagues and stuff, and the chemistry just goes down. Just if you're not playing games and stuff, it's very weird. I don't like it. But yeah, I'm gonna fire the head coach here because 7 seconds works good for us as a team with the likes of LaMelo Ball and Bridges and stuff like that. So I just signed a new head coach that has this primary system as 7 seconds, and there you see our draft. We had a couple second rounders and a mid first round pick. It's going to be Donald Carney. Looks to be a decent pickup, and I'm going to actually accept all these rookies just to fill out the roster because they do have potential. And as you like to know, the only training camp basically that's worth it is untapped potential. And I'm going to accept the options there on the Martin brothers. But I'll probably be looking to move them soon now that I can make trades now that this is year 2, and Kawhi Leonard declines his player option, so you never know. Could end up signing him. And I'm going to extend these qualifying offers to Devontae Graham and Malik Monk. Now Devontae Graham's a bit of a weird player. He had a very good season last year, I feel like, in real life, and now this year he's kind of just lost it a bit. I don't know. So I'm not really sure what to do with him in this rebuild. But yeah, here you see the offers. We have bird rights on quite a few players, but I didn't really want to bring back any of them, except maybe Malik Monk. I still have some faith in him, so I'm going to free up some cap room here and then look to sign someone. We have 25 mil, so not enough to get to get Kawhi. Didn't really want DeRozan or Drummond really. I mean, maybe Drummond because I don't really have a center now that I've let Zeller go for now. But I thought I'd just chuck maybe a one year offer at him, throw a 1 year bag at him. And the same thing I'm going to do with another potential candidate, and that's going to be Victor Oladipo, who can play shooting guard and then maybe move Terry to a 6-man. Also offered a 1-year deal to Evan Fournier as well. And I got 2 of them to accept. I probably would have liked Drummond to accept, to be honest, but I went with Victor Oladipo over Evan Fournier, and I re-signed Zeller to a 1-year deal, and then I traded the Martin brothers for a couple first-round picks, unprotected, so they're going to be handy in the years to come. And there's the player progression, a lot of green, which is good to see, and I'm going to give untapped potential to LaMelo Ball, obviously, who I was actually surprised he wasn't an A+ already, but now he is. And as we check the power rankings, Boston's actually ranked the best team, and we're ranked 9th, so looking to be a playoff team, but midway through the season it wasn't looking too good with 25 and 29. So I decided I had to make some moves. LaMelo Ball's efficiency had gone down, and Oladipo wasn't working out, so I decided to flip him and Carey Jr. for Halliburton and Draymond Green. Flip Zeller. I was basically flipping everyone at this stage midway through the season. Flipped Terry Rozier for Christian Wood, and then I flipped Draymond Green for Gary Harris just to get a shorter contract. And it did help out a little bit. We ended up going 40 and 42, so unfortunately we won 2 games less than last year, but we had a better second half of the season. I think we finished like 15 and 13. But yeah, probably not good enough to make the playoffs. But I think we've improved the team, especially for next year. We've gone a lot younger and a lot more to LaMelo Ball's timetable and his age, with just Christian Wood, PJ Washington, Tyrese Halliburton, who I'm a big fan of. And yeah, we've just gotten a lot younger. But 40 and 42 didn't make the playoffs, so a little bit disappointing, as we're going to sim here and see who wins the finals. Looks like Lakers and Boston are looking pretty good, but the Pelicans take out the Lakers. Boston get to the finals easy, and it's going to be Denver v Boston, and my Denver Nuggets are actually going to win the title, with Jokic winning finals MVP. No real surprise there. As we get back into the draft lottery, we have the 14th pick, and I believe that's it. And we drafted just some no-name. And then we have all these options that we're going to accept on all these youngsters, although we aren't going to bring back Richards. And yeah, now there's a big fish in Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal and Jimmy Butler, so there's quite a few. And we're going to throw a big bag at Durant. And the Heat actually interest him a little bit more. And then we're going to throw the bag at Bradley Beal. And I think the best way to go is a 3-year player option. But you see there's a few teams in front of him. So we're going to throw a big 1-year deal at Jimmy Butler, see if he can turn this franchise around. No one really wanted Jimmy Butler, which I thought was a bit strange, but he's quite up there. But to get Jimmy Butler, I'm going to have to let go of Miles Bridges, which does hurt a bit because I really didn't want to get rid of Bridges because I like the ball to Bridges connection. I think they go by Airbnb in real life these days. If you see player progression, LaMelo Ball's nearly basically a 90 overall. So a lot of green besides obviously Jimmy Butler there, who regressed a little bit. But hopefully he'll still be good enough to get us into the playoffs. But yeah, untapped potential, I'm going to send it to Tyrese Halliburton. And the Sacramento Kings are actually the number 1 ranked team according to these power rankings, which I thought was a bit strange, but good luck to Oladipo. But we're ranked 6th now, so we've gone from 9th to 6th. You see the starting lineup there. Gordon Hayward actually as a 6th man this season with the Jimmy Butler acquisition. But yeah, we lose our first 3 games there, so it's not looking good. And we decided to get rid of Hayward. And then we also decided to get rid of Jimmy Butler for Michael Porter Jr., so we're getting younger again. And then the second half of the season again, we performed really well. And we ended up going 44 and 38, so we're still in that mediocrity, the mediocre ballpark, which is not where you want to be. It's kind of the worst place to be because you're not getting good picks and you're not winning championships. So kind of in a bit of no man's land. But we're going up against Philadelphia in the first round of the playoffs. You see the stats here. LaMelo Ball still killing it, although his efficiency isn't that great, 43% from the field. But you see we're the 6th seed, going up against Philly. And we actually take a 3-1 lead, and we actually get the upset against Philly. And LaMelo Ball just killed it. Look at that, nearly 30 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Absolutely insane, and a lot of double-digit scorers by everyone else. And we up 3-2 against Boston, and then they force a Game 7, so we go back to Boston. And I simcasted Game 7. It was very high scoring and very close. And maybe I should have hopped in and played that, but we lose by a point, 152 to 153. So absolutely no defense in that Game 7. As you see the playoff stats here, Porter Jr. was pretty good, along with LaMelo Ball, obviously. But can Denver repeat? No, they lose to the Timberwolves, and it's going to be Boston v the T-Wolves, and Boston go on to win. Jaylen Brown actually picking up your finals MVP over Tatum. You see the lottery there. I don't think we have any good picks. We have pick 17. By the looks of it, I can't see if we have anything else. Oh yeah, we got pick 17 and 19. But I'm going to look to trade that along with Andrew Wiggins for John Collins and a first round pick. Now the reason I traded Andrew Wiggins was because for some reason I'm pretty sure I got him on a 1-year deal, but the computer managed to re-sign him for another 3 years without me doing it. So I didn't know what was up with that. So I decided to move him on. Then we get into the free agency. We have absolutely no cap room, but I decided to trade away a rookie for a couple of first round picks. And then I had a choice between bringing Miles Bridges back or Marvin Bagley, and I decided to go with the Marvin Bagley route. So I've brought in John Collins and Marvin Bagley at that 4 spot. A couple good young power forwards. Very overrated by 2K in this game though. They're not this good in real life, I feel like, but I mean, they're good in 2K, so I'm going to get them on my 2K team. So we're going to have a very, very deep, very good depth team, in my opinion. But yeah, Boston's still ranked number 1 in the power rankings, and then Milwaukee. But you see the starting lineup there. Ball, Halliburton, Porter Jr., Collins, and then our big center, who we drafted. But yeah, looking to get a high seed in this one, and we do. We end up winning over 50 games for the first time. We win 53 and 29. And LaMelo Ball actually wins Finals MVP, not Finals MVP, what am I saying? Regular season MVP. Hopefully he'll win Finals MVP as well. But yeah, he makes All NBA first team as well. So yeah, he's already won MVP. So LaMelo Ball already killing it. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 10.5 assists, with Porter Jr. also in the 20 points per game market. And then John Collins and Marvin Bagley, who are a really good duo at the power forward position. But we are the 1 seed with only 53 wins, so a relatively low win total for a 1 seed, but we end up beating Indiana 4-1. LaMelo Ball actually really struggled in that round 1 series, only averaging 18 points a game on less than 40% shooting, so I think it was maybe Malcolm Brogdon that was putting the clamps on him a bit there. Yeah, we're going up against Miami next, who signed Kevin Durant to go with Bam Adebayo, and another acquisition where they picked up Kemba Walker, so a little bit of a big 3 there, but we managed to win that one, and I think LaMelo Ball played a lot better that series compared to Indiana. But we're going up against Atlanta now, where we took Collins from them in a trade, but they got CJ McCollum, and we go down 3-1, but we bring it back to a game 7, and can we get the win? Can we win 3 straight? And we do. It looks good. LaMelo Ball drops 36 in that decisive game 7, and PJ Washington was huge. As we make it to the finals against the Pelicans, but the Pelicans are up 3-1. You see our starting lineup, everyone's on fire, but going up against Ingram and Zion Williamson and Nikola Vucevic, who they brought in, just isn't going to be easy. And we end up getting 1 more game, but the Pelicans win it in 6. Brandon Ingram, your finals MVP. Getting into the lottery here. So you see these are where all our picks pay off. All the trades we did. We have picks 1, 2, 6, and 7, and 29. But yeah, I'm going to be looking to move a couple of them. I'm going to move PJ Washington and pick 6 for Tyler Hero. Halliburton just wasn't putting up enough production, in my opinion, at that shooting guard position. And then everyone else I drafted, I think I drafted a shooting guard with my first pick. And they're just going to basically be on the bench until they grow into absolute stars. So we're going to have a lot of depth on this team now. But Halliburton, he's still on the team at this stage, but I might look to move him. And LaMelo Ball obviously gets an offer from basically every team in the league, and I'm going to match that. And I wanted to match the Halliburton deal as well, because I didn't want to just lose him, but unfortunately I didn't have enough cap room to match him and LaMelo Ball, so unfortunately I had to let Halliburton go. But I think it'll work out as we brought in Tyler Hero, so I'll just move Tyler Hero to that shooting guard spot. So we won't have the best defense at the guard position with LaMelo Ball and Tyler Hero, but I feel like their offensive production will be enough. As you see, the starting 5 there looking absolutely insane. And Boston still ranked the number 1 team in the league according to these power rankings. I don't know how. I mean, they have Tatum and Brown, I guess. And I think they brought in Julius Randle there. But yeah, we actually do even better this season. We win 65 games. And LaMelo Ball, once again, back-to-back Finals MVP, putting up insane numbers, Brad Stevens actually Coach of the Year. So Boston actually end up winning more than us, and we won 65 games, and we're not the 1 seed. We go from winning 53 games and being the 1 seed to winning 65 and not being the 1 seed, so that's a bit rough. But you see the stats there. You look at all those double-digit scorers for us. So we're a very well-rounded team, shooting the ball pretty well from 3, but we have a tough first-round opponent in the 76ers again, with Embiid and Simmons, who I was a bit worried about because I feel like they're just a great team. They're better than the 7th seed, and they actually go up 3-2, and we force it to a Game 7, and we managed to sneak by them by 4 points. Michael Porter Jr. leading the way for us in that game. But yeah, LaMelo Ball struggled a little bit, still put up good stats, but nowhere near his MVP regular season stats. And we're going to be going up against the Bulls now, and we make do with them. Ended up sweeping them 4-0, but now we're going up against Boston, where they brought in Precious Achiuwa and Julius Randle in the front court. But we got 3-1. Boston forced it to a Game 7, so another Game 7 against Boston, but this time we come away with a W. And we're going up in a rematch against the Pelicans in the finals again. It looks like they haven't changed around too much, but we're hoping to get the win this time. But the Pelicans go up 3-1 again, and they end up winning in 6 once again. Deja vu. The only difference is this time Zion's your finals MVP and not Brandon Ingram. It was very disappointing because I thought that was the year we were going to win it. We definitely improved as a team, improved our record by 12 wins, but instead we come second once again, back-to-back finals losses, and we're into the last season of our rebuild now in year 6. So if we don't win it this year, it's going to be another disappointing rebuild where we don't win the championship. I mean, at least we made the finals twice, we just couldn't get it done. But yeah, Porter Jr. is a unrestricted free agent, and so is John Collins, but I think I'm going to just bring them back because they've been very good for us. I mean, if we keep making the finals, there's no reason to not bring them back. You see the player progression. Not many greens this time. Everyone's hitting their prime now. But our draft picks from the previous season are obviously going up. But yeah, if we don't win it this year, I don't know when we're going to win it because our team is loaded and absolutely stacked with a few young guys still coming through as well. With the early picks we had in last year's draft, I think it was. As you see, I'm just sending them all to untapped potential, obviously. But there you see the starting lineup. This time it's going to be Bagley starting and Collins off the bench at this stage. But the Raptors are actually the top-rated team, along with the Knicks, who I don't really understand. I mean, the Knicks have 8, I guess. But we're ranked all the way down in 13th. Don't know how we're that bad after coming off the 65-win season. We do drop off a little bit. We win 54 games this year. LaMelo Ball wins MVP again, though, for the 3rd straight year. So hopefully, 3rd time's the charm, and we'll win a ring in this playoff series. Yeah, LaMelo Ball putting up crazy stats. Bagley, Porter Jr., John Collins, LaMelo, Canny, all averaging double figures, along with Fuller as well, who I believe was our 1st-round pick. I mean, yeah, number 1 pick the other year. And we're going up against Cleveland in the 1st round. And we managed to win 4-1. No real dramas there. You see John Collins there, averaging 18 points on 64% field goal efficiency. So that's really good. But are the Pelicans in the playoffs? I don't believe they are, so we won't have to... Oh, no, they are. They are the 2nd seed, but they got knocked out in the 2nd round. And we're going up against Philly again, basically our rivals. They've got Bol off the bench, but this time we're going to get up against the Timberwolves in the finals. They've got a pretty similar team. They've just progressed with Anthony Edwards, who's turned into a star. But we're going to simcast this game now, and it looks like we're going to win. We're going to hop into it here, up by 4 points with 21 seconds left. See how the team's going, as D'Angelo Russell's going to look to hit a very tough 3. We get the rebound, and we're going to hit these free throws with D. Carney. I think he's been on the team since the start, if I'm not mistaken, or did we draft him? I'm not too sure. But LaMelo Ball grabs the rebound here, and they're actually going to foul again for some reason. But LaMelo Ball putting up 27, 7, and 11 in this Game 6. We're going to win the title on the Timberwolves' home floor. So it's about time I finally won the title in one of these rebuilds. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and what you guys would have done. What do you think of the team I built? Obviously, it's a lot better in 2K than it would be in real life, but this is many years down the road, so you never know. All these players could turn into stars like they are in this. Obviously, I'm talking about the likes of Collins, Bagley, and Michael Porter Jr. But LaMelo Ball is obviously your Finals MVP. So he's won 3 MVPs in this rebuild and a Finals MVP. Tyler Hero looking good in a Charlotte uniform as well. But you see, Anthony Edwards did a great job as well, but he just couldn't do enough to overcome this Hornets side that I've built. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you all enjoyed. And let me know what you thought of the team I built. And let me know what team you hope I land on next time. And yeah, maybe give me some suggestions on who you want to see me bring in, because I'm going to try not to bring in Collins anymore. I think he's featured already in a couple videos. So I've got to make a mental note not to bring in the same players every single time. But yeah, thanks guys. Peace.